Ryan Holiday closes his series on Stoic Virtues with the most important one, wisdom. For him, wisdom is not information, not intelligence, and not scattered experience. It is the ability to discern, to see things as they truly are, to choose deliberately what to do, and to act with clarity, justice, and purpose. Holiday explains that wisdom is not something innate or automatic. It is something you cultivate, earn, and develop through intellectual and personal effort. It's constant work, a slow investment that rarely gives immediate rewards, but that profoundly transforms your life. And without it, the other virtues, courage, discipline, and justice, can become impulsive, dangerous, or useless. The book blends Stoic philosophy, historical examples, and modern reflections. Holiday shows how different kinds of people have embodied wisdom through mistakes, victories, and personal growth. He also warns against knowledge shortcuts, reminding us that power or intelligence without wisdom can be dangerous. He makes the case that in our rushed era, dominated by quick reactions and superficial thinking, we need contemplation, discernment, and reflection more than ever. Key 1. Wisdom is the root of all virtues. Ryan Holiday repeats a central idea: you cannot be truly brave, just, or disciplined if you are not wise. Courage without wisdom becomes recklessness. Discipline without wisdom becomes obsession or rigidity. Justice without wisdom turns into arbitrariness. For the Stoics, wisdom isn't an accessory. It's the operating system behind all virtuous behavior. It's what helps you decide when to act, how to act, and why to act. Holiday uses the example of Marcus Aurelius, who had immense power as emperor, but forced himself to keep his mind clear, question his decisions, and act from reason. That mental discipline was what made him an admired leader. Wisdom guided his power. Wisdom is what prevents the virtues from becoming destructive. Key 2. Wisdom is not innate, it is cultivated. Although we often assume wisdom comes with age, Holiday insists age guarantees nothing. There are very wise young people and very foolish adults. Wisdom is not about knowledge or intelligence. It's about discernment, knowing what information matters, how to interpret it, and when to apply it. Wisdom, he says, grows through 3 main paths. 1. Conscious learning, reading, studying, listening. Holiday highlights Michel de Montaigne, who built his wisdom by writing, reflecting, and constantly questioning his own beliefs. 2. Personal experience. Wisdom develops when experiences, especially painful ones, are examined honestly. Suffering alone doesn't make you wise. Reflecting on your suffering does. 3. Constant self-observation. The mind is full of biases, emotions, and reactive impulses. Wisdom is the practice of identifying these forces and choosing consciously how to respond. Wisdom requires daily work. Observing, questioning, learning, adjusting. It's not something you have, it's something you do. Key 3, historical models show how wisdom is lived. Holiday excels at showing how great historical figures embodied Stoic virtues. Their examples demonstrate that wisdom is not passive. It requires action, reflection, and continuous growth. He analyzes figures such as Montaigne, open-mindedness. His wisdom came from acknowledging that he didn't know everything and always staying willing to learn. His central question was, what if I'm wrong? Marcus Aurelius, mental self-discipline. His meditations were his tool to stay grounded and prevent power from corrupting him. Abraham Lincoln, intellectual humility. He read obsessively and was willing to change his mind when presented with better arguments. Maya Angelou, learning from adversity. She transformed hardship into a deep understanding of humanity. These examples show that wisdom has many forms, but one shared pattern. They all reflected more than they reacted. Wisdom is not learned only from books. It's learned by studying real lives, including your own. Key 4, power and intelligence can destroy without wisdom. Most people believe talent or intelligence is enough for success. Holiday argues the opposite. Without wisdom, external success can be dangerous. Intelligent people can make terrible decisions. Powerful people can cause harm without meaning to. Successful people can ruin their own lives due to lack of clarity. Holiday cites modern examples of leaders, entrepreneurs, and public figures who reach the top, but lack the emotional, moral, or spiritual wisdom needed to handle that responsibility. Wisdom acts as a brake, a moral and mental compass that guides long-term, fair, and prudent decisions. Wisdom doesn't make you smarter, it makes you more sensible. Key 5, wisdom requires slowness in an age that glorifies speed. We live in a world that rewards speed, impulsive opinions, superficial content, immediate reactions, but wisdom requires the opposite. Space, silence, analysis, and perspective. Holiday explains that the biggest challenge today is that wisdom competes with hyperproductivity, notifications, constant rushing, the pressure for immediate results. That is why wisdom is so rare and so valuable. Stopping, gaining distance, questioning your emotions, and making decisions with clarity is almost a revolutionary act today. Wisdom doesn't offer instant gratification. It's a slow, sometimes uncomfortable process, but an extremely valuable one, both personally and socially. In a fast world, wisdom is the ability to think before you act. Ryan Holiday concludes that wisdom is not a destination, but a continuous process. We never stop learning, adjusting, or improving. And although it requires discipline and honesty, the reward is immense, a clearer, more just, and more meaningful life. Wisdom takes work, but it's also the path. Cultivating wisdom isn't easy, but it's one of the most valuable lifelong investments you can make. If any of these ideas resonated with you, I encourage you to read the full book. And if you want to keep growing, subscribe to 5 Keys to Growth, like the video, and join me on this journey of ideas that truly transform. Until the next video, and remember, wisdom takes work.